Need custom threads? Taps and dies allow you to create your own threads whenever you need them. Whether you're threading a hole for a bolt or adding threads to a rod, here's the basics of how this process works. A tap cuts threads inside a hole so a bolt can screw into it. A die cuts threads onto the outside of a rod or bolt. Century carries three main styles of taps, each designed for a different job. Plug taps are the most common for general purpose threading. Their slight taper makes them easy to start while still allowing threads to be cut close to the bottom of the blind hole. Bottoming taps are used to cut threads nearly the full depth of a blind hole. For best results, start with a plug tap first, then finish with a bottoming tap. National pipe thread taps are used for creating new pipe threads. The gradual taper allows for easier starting while producing the proper thread engagement needed for leak-resistant connections. Every bolt has a matching tap based on diameter and threads per inch. For every tap, there's also a specific drill bit size needed to create the correct starter hole. Before tapping, make sure your hole is drilled to the correct size. Using the wrong drill size can lead to weak threads or a broken tap. These size relationships are also listed on Century's tap packaging, making setup simple. A full tap drill chart can be found at centurydrill.com. If you are unsure of a bolt's thread pitch, use a thread pitch gauge to quickly match the threads and identify the correct size before starting. Century has both a metric and fractional version available. Secure your material before tapping. Taps are hardened for cutting, but they're also brittle. Movement during tapping can break the tap inside the hole. Taps are turned using a tap wrench, which allows you to apply even pressure and keep the tap aligned. Insert the tap into the tap wrench and tighten it securely. When clearance is limited, switch to a T-handle wrench or Century's adjustable tap socket. These smaller tools are ideal for tight areas where a full-size tap wrench can't be used. Align the tap straight with the hole before starting. Starting crooked can damage the threads before you even begin. While cutting, apply cutting oil to reduce heat, friction, and wear. Apply light pressure and slowly begin turning clockwise. You should feel the tap begin cutting and forming threads. Once the tap starts cutting, avoid forcing it. After every full turn, reverse slightly to break the chips and clear the threads. Continue to reach your desired thread depth, then slowly back the tap out. Clean away any remaining chips before testing the threads. You've now created internal threads. Precision threads achieve 75% engagement, exceeding many competitive standards. A die works similarly, but instead cuts threads onto the outside of a rod or bolt. Dies are held using a die stock, which helps keep the die secure and allows controlled, even turning. Install the die into the die stock and tighten it into place. Secure the rod in a vise before starting. This helps keep the rod stable and the threads straight during cutting. Pro tip: for an easier start and cleaner threads, file or grind a small bevel on the end of the rod. Apply cutting oil and make sure the die starts straight on the rod. Crooked alignment can damage the thread pattern. Turn slowly with steady pressure. Just like tapping, reverse slightly after each full turn to break the chips and prevent binding. Continue cutting until you reach the desired thread length. Back the die off and clean the threads. And now you've created external threads. Follow for more tool how-tos. What tool should we cover next?